Few days ago, I got on Facebook first thing in the morning. First mistake. And I noticed that there were two family members that were kind of going at each other over recent politically divisive events. It was kind of interesting because member one made the original post, and family member two had written out like 6 paragraphs on his stance, on his political position. And the first family member one, responded and was like, I'm not going to read all that. But then proceeded to respond a little bit later after they had gone back and forth a few times with a link to an article. And then family member two basically responded back and was like, well, I'm not going to read all of that. And at that point, I just had to look away. I had to stop looking at the madness that was unfolding in front of me. What's funny about that is I haven't always been that way. A little history about me is that my youngest child began to serve in the Marine Corps and served for 4 years starting in 2019. He's actually still in the reserves. So for the next few years, I spent quite a bit of time deep diving into politics. And part of it was completely selfish. As a mother, I wanted to make sure that I was voting for people that didn't want to send our young people to die in foreign wars. And so as a part of that, I listened to C-SPAN a lot. And I would sometimes listen to 6, 10, 12, 20 plus hours of congressional and Senate hearings, and sometimes even state hearings. And I wanted to make sure that I was able to form my own opinion, that I didn't listen to some political pundit clip part of the hearing and then give their opinions, but I wanted to make sure that I was listening to the full hearing. If you have never listened to a congressional hearing, 10 out of 10, I totally recommend it. It's very similar to pro wrestling. Lots of demonstrations of strength, but mostly it's just theater. In about 2023, I had all I could stand of this political theater, and I made the decision to stop looking at it. It did not add value to my life in any way. My health, my relationships, my personal economics, and most importantly, my peace were not helped in any way. In fact, it seemed to alienate me from family members that I disagreed with, and at that time, I really dove back into seeking a spiritual path. I didn't want political ideology to become a religion for me. In the years that have followed, I have come to the conclusion that earth is the school and love is the lesson. It doesn't matter where you sit politically. I'm convinced that we are a lot more alike than we are different. All of us want to raise our families in safety and prosperity. We want good school systems and safe communities with plenty of jobs and lots of opportunity. We don't want to pay a lot in taxes, and most importantly, we want freedom of religion and ideological viewpoints. I don't know anybody who would disagree with this. The difference comes in how we think we should get there. And this perspective is likely shaped by your family of origin, your community, your lived experiences, and hey, maybe even your past lives. Well, I'm Lori Ross. I'm a mother of 5 and a Mimi to 3. I wish I could tell you that our political leaders have everything on lock, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So that's where I've landed. Focusing on love, focusing on family, and focusing on the things I can control. I can't do much about politics, but I can make sure my kids and my grandkids are taken care of. For me, that's part of why life insurance matters. It's just one way of saying, I love you and I've got you covered. If these ideas sound interesting to you, I would love to chat. Have an amazing day.